Hey, what's going on YouTube? Adam C here. Thanks for watching. Two new species of predator haps added to the fish room. I know there haven't been as many videos lately. Time has been thin with work, family, everyday demands of your life that you guys know. Sometimes it's just hard to find time to do the extra stuff. But I do want to keep carving out time for the hobby, to share the hobby. The types of fish that I keep, that a lot of you keep, the rare African cichlids, not a ton of people keep them, so it's not as easy as going to your local aquarium society meeting and chatting it up about predator haps. It's just not as easy because there's not as many people. So this is my outlet for sharing this, getting your guys' thoughts and feedback, which is valuable to me going forward and whatever I decide to do. So I hope you guys enjoy. As always, put comments down there, let me know what you think. This is the first group of new fish that I would like to show you guys. They're kind of still a bit timid. They're small. They're probably 2 inches maximum, 1.75 inches, 2 inch. I'll zoom out so you can get a little better view. They're just in a 20 for now, just kind of chilling out, getting adapted to my water. In quarantine, don't have to worry about any other fish. And so far, they're really doing well. I did post a video of these guys on Instagram. Again, make sure if you don't follow me on Instagram, you do so. A lot more content there than here just due to time constraints. And a few people guess these guys right. So before I say it, you guys can take a quick look and in your mind you can guess what you think they are. Okay, fine. These are 9 Champsochromis spilorhynchus. So you have 2 types of Champsochromis. The Corallius, the Malawi trout, obviously, and this is the other, the Spilorhynchus. There's a picture my buddy Chris had an adult one, looked awesome. They look sort of like a Malawi trout does as far as body shape, kind of, but the colors are a bit different, and what they're known for, if you look really closely, you can already see it, is that black dot between the eye and the mouth. As the older they get, the more pronounced that becomes. So to be honest with you, these are not my favorite fish at all. So obviously you would ask, why would you buy these fish? Why would you bring them in? And the reason is, a fish room needs to contribute to my income. That's why. Keeping fish, especially a fish room, it takes a lot of money. YouTube money pays for most of it, but I still look for deals here and there where I can snag a few fish that are pretty desired for on the market, and these absolutely are. They're one of the most rare Malawi predator haps that there are today. They're just not imported often, and the people that do have groups of them, they hold the females back just so nobody else can get a breeding group and increase the numbers that are on the market, because then that would make their group less valuable. So as I've said many times, the purpose of my fish room is to ruin it for those people. So even though I don't love these fish, I'm going to grow them up, and either I'm going to breed them and try to flood the market with a lot of fry, so anybody who wants one can hopefully get one without having to spend $150 to do so, which is really annoying. If I decide I don't want to keep them, I'll probably trade them to a local buddy, probably Chris, maybe Ryan. If you guys follow my channel, I've mentioned them before. Other very high quality fish keepers that I would feel really, really comfortable breeding these fish and getting them to market, just so we can get these ridiculous prices down. As I've said many times before, these predators have spawning groups, sometimes up to 100 at a time, and they breed pretty consistently. So when you're getting that many eggs and fry, and still the species remains, like a ghost on the market, that's when you know people are just being too greedy. So we're going to attempt to ruin that. This is the tank where I have the larger group that I recently picked up. If you guys have followed my channel, you know, and this 125 is a group of Lichtenchromis acudiceps, Malawi gar, a mixture of wild caught and F1. You can see the male there right in the center. One of the males. It's 2 male, 10 female. He's at 7 inches, and he's finally gotten to full color to where he's holding full color all the time. If there wasn't acudiceps females in here for him, he'd still be a silverfish. That's just the way those species are. Also in this tank, I've had the Taeniolethrinax pro-orbitalis. You guys have seen those also. They're 7 in total. They're about 3 inch, but I still consider them unsexed. I chose them as tank mates for the Acuticeps because Acuticeps in general are very shy haps. Even though they're labeled as predator haps, they're not like your Bucochromis or Tyrannochromis where they're going to just straight up dominate your tank. And that's how these two fish go together very, very well. So as I'm getting ready to show you the new group, let's feed some North Fin flake real quick, the krill flake. If you guys haven't tried this before for your haps, you should. You really like it. And I know quite a few of you might say, like I did, wow, a bucket of flake food is $50 or whatever it was. Yes, that's true, but the way that they have the flakes in there, they have them in large pieces stacked on top of each other. There's like twice as many flakes in there by volume as you would think are in that thing. So don't let that deceive you. It really is a good food to have, and I'm not trying to advertise for anybody. I just use it personally, and it's worked very, very well for my fish. Now we are front and center, and the new group that I have in here is 4 strong. I believe they are 2 male, 2 female. I purchased them unsexed, but I really think they're 2 male, 2 female, which I would be totally fine with. I did post pictures of these on Instagram, so side note, if you don't follow me on Instagram, do so, because I post a lot more stuff on there than I do here. And a few people got it right. These are about 3.25 inch, and these are Taeniochromis holitania. You guys remember that I had one in my 300 not long ago. There's a picture of him. He was really old, and he actually passed of just being an old fish, which is kind of a good thing in that he had a really, really long life. But I wanted to get a new group in here of these. This is another species that, though it is considered a predator hap, it's kind of lower on the totem pole as far as outright aggression, again, compared to Tyrannochromis, Bucochromis. These guys are kind of laid back. Another fish that if you have just a male in an all-male tank, you might not see a ton of full color. You really just might not, at least until it gets to 9 or 10 inches. So my hope is to get these guys grown up a bit. If it is indeed 2 males, 2 females, I'll probably hang on to them. If it ends up being 3 males or all 4, which I certainly hope not, this is the type that I would split up and sell outright for whoever had an appropriate tank for them. Showing the tank from a distance, and first of all, girls, those are my fish room helpers, and by helpers I mean they attempt to trip me 24/7, and they're only here waiting because they think that I dropped fish food, and they love fish food. Oh man. 2 rescue dogs, and they're like our children. So in closing, just like a grade school paper, in closing, just wanted to share these groups with you guys. These are groups that I do expect to grow up to at least a sexable size for sure. Whether I keep them or not, I honestly don't know. Things change so often, and my interests change so often among the African cichlids, that I might keep them to maturity and breed them. I might sell them 2 weeks from now. If you guys have followed my channel for more than 5 minutes, you know that I am very spontaneous when it comes to any of these fish. And one more thing to address, a lot of people on Instagram have asked, how are my Acuticeps so comfortable? Why are they coloring up, at least the males? People say that theirs are so timid and they stay silver and they're always hiding. 2 reasons. One, there is females in with my males. Actually, it's 3 reasons. Number 2, I've put other species in with it that are equally as calm and laid back. And number 3, I really, really think is the lighting. Shy fish in general, I have found, don't love bright lights. They don't love extreme anything. Extreme sounds, extreme water changes, extreme light. Anything at all, they don't adapt well very quickly. So this is that new Kessel light that you guys have seen a few times that I got maybe a month or 2 ago. This thing has so many nice settings on a controller that you can make any kind of fish you want feel comfortable with it. So these guys have done fantastic on this low light setting. If they want to be front and center in the light, they can be. If they want to hit up the sides and chill out in the dark, they can do that too. And if you get real close, the shimmer is truly, truly awesome. And I promise you, it looks better in person than it does on video. So if you guys are looking to get a new light, I really, really think you guys would enjoy a Kessel light. So check them out. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I appreciate it.